For the third consecutive time, the Bank of Canada has actually decreased our interest rates, and I'm going to share with you why. I don't really think it's going to make a difference to our real estate market. We're as well going to go over the numbers that were released for August 2024. I'm Michael Dougal, your Greater Toronto Area real estate resource, and if you're considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. And if you're an ambitious real estate agent looking to grow your business, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about how eXp Realty may be able to help you out. And I want to draw your attention here because we're looking at a month-by-month breakdown of the really important numbers to better understand our current real estate market. So we're looking at the number of sales, active listings, months of inventory, average price, and days on market. And one of the biggest talking points is that despite the couple of interest rate changes that took place before this one, the number of sales really still didn't increase. The number of sales recorded during the month of August was only just less than 5,000 sales, which may not seem that low, but to give you a better perspective, we're usually seeing about 7,000 to 8,000 sales take place every month. On top of that, we actually have the most number of listings that August has seen in the past 10 years. And when the first interest rate cut took place in early June, most people thought the number of sales would increase, the number of listings would decrease. Now, what seemed to happen was that sellers believed the market would pick up, and a lot of sellers were putting their property up for sale because the number of new listings is actually up significantly. So as a result, we had all these sellers decide it would be a great time for them to come to the market, but the buyers just didn't come to the market yet. And now, fortunately, with the third interest rate decrease taking place, there's every reason for buyers to get back in the market. Also, combine that with the fact that September and the fall market usually is quite active. We have the spring market, then we have the fall market there afterwards, and that's usually where there's more transactions taking place and the average price is higher. But looking at this information here, we can see months of inventory as well as days on market. These are very important metrics because they tell us whether the market is more advantageous for a buyer or advantageous to a seller. And back in July, it looked like there was every reason for you to be a buyer in this marketplace, where there was more inventory for you to choose from. Also, you having the opportunity to negotiate an offer to your liking and not being in a bidding war. Days on market was up. And similarly, August showed that it was a great time as well to be a buyer, with the days on market being extended, the months of inventory being up. And the major question is the worst behind us? Because the market really couldn't be any worse than what it was. And with the third interest rate decrease taking place, we can only assume that prices are going to go up and sales activity would increase as a result. And until just recently, we could make the argument that the average price didn't change too much. It's not like the values actually decreased. But now, the past month, we can definitely see that the average price had not only decreased from July to August 2024, but also the average price has come down if we compared the market to where we were last year. As for this chart here, we're looking at how the average price has changed over the past year, and we can see that detached homes are down 0.3%, semi-detached homes down 3.9%, townhouses down 4.6%, and condo apartments are down by 4.5%. Now, one of the major reasons why the freehold market, specifically detached property, has held their values quite well is because in specific pockets, there's actually still limited inventory. So most listings these days are not selling over asking price, they're selling under asking price the traditional way, but these few pockets specifically, for example, are still seeing bidding wars because of the low inventory. But what I can share with you from being a full-time real estate agent over 11 years now is that I'm personally surprised that values didn't decrease further because the interest rate increase was so significant. But what happened in 2017 was there was a foreign tax implemented, and we pretty much saw in a 12-month period that property values had decreased by 30, even up to 40%. And so I was expecting something similar to happen in our real estate market here, but it seemed that it's more as if the number of transactions is really what saw the major decrease. But our average prices didn't come down too much. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, the worst is probably behind us, and properties are only going to appreciate moving forward as they usually do. And if we look at the 5-year historical average price, we can see how property values had increased throughout the past 5 years, and we're specifically looking at the month of August to take into account any seasonal fluctuations that take place. And we can see August 2020 reported our average sale price at $951,000, and then a major increase took place from 2020 to 2021, with the average price being at $1,070,000. However, look at the past 4 years. There's been no appreciation whatsoever, and this is a little bit disappointing for any of us that have purchased real estate. But bad things, of course, don't last, and if you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me so you can get some professional advice, so you can better understand how to take advantage based on your unique circumstance. And if you're a real estate agent looking to increase your business, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. I'm excited to share with you how eXp can help you build your business as we approach this fall real estate market, and I thank you for your support and look forward to seeing you next time.